Welcome back. Hopefully you have a graph here and a new inequality that you have written for this graph. So let's begin with this graph. So again, what do I know for sure here? I do know it's a solid line, so I know my symbol is going to be one that includes that equal to part because the line is part of the answer. I also know that my y-intercept, or b, is -6. And I know that my slope is, I'm going to count it off, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a +4 as it is up. Does that look like a 4? And it is a +1 over. So my equation for my line, before I can add in that inequality, would look like this. And now it's time to figure out what the symbol is. And what we do for that is we pick out a point on the graphed side and use it as a test point. So I'm going to use 4, 1 as my test point and see what it tells me to do with the symbol here. So let's plug that in. So I have 4, my x is also 4, -6, don't know what this is yet, but my y is 1. So I have 4 times 4 is 16, -6 is 10, and 1 is less than or equal to 10. And the reason we want to be clear about which symbols we're going to be using right away is that way you don't make a mistake here and just say less than. You want to know what your symbols are going to be. That line is solid. You have to have the equal to part. So our final linear inequality is y is less than or equal to 4x -6, and that is the graph of this line and the side of the coordinate plane that contains all the solutions. All right, now we're going to go into the second part of this, which is graphing a line. Let's do that. All right, so we begin with our y-intercept at 2. We're going to count off our slope. These are both positive, so we're going to be up and to the right. So up 2, right 3. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Now, what kind of a line do I have? I have a dashed line because it is not the equal to symbol also. So I'm going to freehand this dashed line. Again, you should be using a ruler so that your work is accurate and precise. And there's my line. Now I'm going to use my test point to figure out which side of this dashed line contains my solution. So I'm going to use the origin because it's easy. The line isn't right on top of it, so it's a good point, nice and easy to use. So 0 here, 0 here. So is 0 less than 2? It is. And that tells me that this side of my line is my solution. So this would all be part of the solution here. Everything up to, but not including the line. Again, if you want to do a second test point or you want to test a point on the other side, you can do that just to make sure you're on track. So we could use 1, 6 and test the other side just to be sure. So we could use 1, 6. So 6 as my y, 1 as my x, plus 2, 2/3 plus 2 is 2 2/3, is 6 less than 2 2/3. That is a false statement. That is a big no, and that just helps me to confirm that that is not the side containing the solution. This side is the side containing the solution. All right, so now you're going to do this problem on your own. So again, like last time, the first thing you're going to do is to come up with the equation, the inequality for this graph, and then also you're going to graph this inequality. And there you have it. All right, thanks so much for stopping by today. And as always, peace, love, and pie to all. Bye-bye.